Hello, Ken.
Hey, Alex.
So I just got off a Facebook call with Josh.
Okay.
He says apparently he didn't get to pay his phone bill because their computer were down the other day when he tried to call them. But I brought him been on hold. Apparently he didn't pay his bill, so he's gonna log Natasha and himself into Zoom, but he's gonna stay on mute and try to talk to T-Mobile. He's trying to get me to log in to let Natasha off of Zoom when she wants to go to bed, when she wants to get off.
Okay. Well, I'm obviously running behind. She didn't get off work till 10:35, so I just kind of pieced this together. Somebody's got their volume on. Somebody's got their volume on.
So I'm not late.
Somebody's got their volume on. No, you're not late, Chris. I'm actually just getting started less than a minute ago. Trying to do this on the fly. So far, not too bad. Hey, Greg.
Hey, what's up?
Catching up here. Trying to, anyway.
Here we go live tonight.
No idea. I have no idea.
No, he didn't.
Robert says, Mr. Guy, you sleep all day?
I caught Robert and David earlier today, or Darren.
Yeah, they said you did.
Yeah. And I started watching my movie after I ate lunch and fell asleep. Woke up I think about 5:30 and fell asleep again. Woke up at 8:30.
At night?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. I haven't done that in a while. Of course, I got to take her dinner and pick her up sometimes and everything else. So you're not going to believe this. At 2 o'clock this afternoon, gas was $4.59 a gallon. Tonight, when I went to take her dinner at 7:30, gas was $4.90 a gallon at the same gas station.
It went up.
Damn.
31 cents it went up. Went up 31 cents in right at 5 hours. Everywhere else in this area, it's $4.89 a gallon. Like, that's a big break.
My niece said it was $6 in California.
It doesn't,
$5.
it doesn't surprise me a bit. It's going to be $5. It's a dime away from $5 now here.
In Los Angeles, $6.
It's crazy.
I wonder how I haven't called to schedule a trip recently with my transportation since I haven't been going to school or anything, but I haven't needed to. But I wonder how much or if that would increase my transportation costs, because like going to my grandma's or going to school.
I'm sure it would.
Oh yeah, it's got
$10 round trip. I wonder how much it'd be now.
it's got to go up. I mean, I was thinking about both you and Josh a while ago when I seen that, and then I was thinking about how much his food price is going to go up now that gas has jumped 31 cents a gallon.
That's
Jeff says it was $5.05 this afternoon or today at Smith's in Vegas. That's And then I saw an article where Shaquille O'Neal bought like 7,000 gallons of gas somewhere. Like to know how he did that. Of course, it cost him a chunk of money to do that, of course, but still.
$4.43.
I
mean, what did he do? Buy a gas station out or something?
I'm wondering if it would be cheaper if we had our own gas tanks.
Well, you still got to fill it up. I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah, it might be. I mean, if you could convince someone you're a gas station.
What do you mean? Like the bus shops with all the buses? Them have their own. They have their own big diesel tanks.
We used to,
buses.
my grandfather used to have them for farming. They're
Yeah.
big old tanks.
Yeah.
There's one still around. I don't know where it's at though.
Yeah, I remember those. But you still got to pay to get them filled up. I mean, you know, whether you pay $75 every 2 weeks or whatever to fill your tank, or you know, you pay a one-time, let's just say $1,000 to fill a big tank, you're still gonna pay for it.
Yeah, I guess so.
I would just like them to explain what in this world constituted a 31-cent price increase.
New delivery.
Do I, Greg?
Higher rate.
Do what?
New delivery at a higher rate.
Probably, but I've always said I disagree with that because the new delivery, you're still pumping the old delivery's gas at the old price. Now, whether, and I understand there's no way they can say, oh, that shipment's over, let's raise prices because this shipment's going into effect. I know they can't do that. There's
I've
just,
seen that happen for years though.
it always happens. And I don't see that we're going to get any relief from it because there's just no relief in sight that I can see. So, anyway. I just thought that was very, very interesting that in a 5-hour span it jumped that much. Unbelievable.
I paid my last electricity bill today, $98.39.
I'll take it. All right, we went to a budget and ours is $130 and some change, so we'll see. Of course, we have.
What do y'all think mine and Josh's transportation costs could rise to? Because every time I ride on them buses, I'm only going 30 minutes away. So I got 30 minutes there, 30 minutes back, and that's a $10 round trip. So could that end up being like a $15 or $20 round trip?
I would say 18 to 20.
Yeah, I would easily say it's going to jump to 20, but then again, without calling the company and asking them, we don't know. BH Ringer says gas is $7.12 US dollar there. Wow.
I would have thought it been more in California, but I guess.
No, it's across the board. I imagine. If Jeff reported in Vegas it was 505 at Smith's. What is your gas prices, Greg?
$4.43.
Take that too, man. I think Robert told me earlier today his was $4.14. And I anticipate as he does, his is going to jump up as well. So it's a tough question, Alex, because you're in Arkansas, Josh is in Pennsylvania, and it's hard to say. They're going to probably go up, yes. I would anticipate that. They've got to recoup what they're spending for fuel, and they recoup that by increasing their transportation cost.
Yeah.
The Walmart gas station down here it says it's $4.08 a gallon.
408.
408.
That's a good price. I mean,
Put him in the waiting room because it's cheaper where he is.
Yeah, he can afford it.
still a little high, but 408's okay.
I like
That's
the
for regular.
17.
I seen diesel was, I think, $5.50 a gallon at one gas station tonight. Of course, I don't pay much attention to diesel because I don't burn diesel. Diesel goes up, then the cost of everything else goes up.
But would diesel burn quicker than gas?
You know, I don't know. I think they say diesel burns cleaner. I always heard, but then again, I thought with all the smoke I see coming out of the stacks, I don't see how that can be cleaner.
Depends on if it's white smoke or black smoke. If it's black smoke, it's the old dirty diesel engines. The newer ones burn much cleaner.
Well, he just sent me a picture, and at this particular gas station in Ripley, it's $4.19.9 a gallon. That's from Robert.
Man, that's gonna start making moonshine and running vehicles on moonshine.
Yeah.
Only someone from the South would think of that.
It worked though.
Oh, I'm surprised there hadn't been. Well, here in Indiana, they got this thing called E88, and it's usually 15 to 20 cents cheaper than everything else. Although now it's not. It's $4.90. E88 was $4.80, and diesel was $5.50. I don't quite understand what it is, other than probably synthetic gas. So I wonder if Kenny Witten can put in chat what the gas is in his neck of the woods, and we'll get a pretty good
What
idea.
exactly would E85 be? I heard E85.
Well, maybe it's E85.
E85 is 15% ethanol, I think.
Well, I'm not going to try running it in my car just to save $1.50.
I think you're supposed to do it on sports cars.
Josh, you must not be signed into his Zim account. His picture's not there.
Well, I have no idea. Same thing with Natasha then, because her picture's not there. I guess that means they're talking if he signed her into Zoom. Oh, there he is. Looks happy.
He's probably on hold.
$4.25 a gallon. Yeah, I would pay that too, Kenny. Thank you. The $4.90. That's crazy price right there. Probably wake up in the morning, take her to work. It'll be over $5 a gallon.
I'm just gonna look up on gas buddy and see what it is.
Well, I get a discount at Kroger, but it's not going to give me that much of a discount. Not to make it worth my while. Same thing with Costco. If we were to join Costco, I don't think it's going to make it worth our while. And we were talking about coming home, groceries. How bad are they going to be affected now?
A little bit higher, probably.
Probably will be. E85 is 85% ethanol. Yep, that's what Greg said.
If I said how much gas was here, you would put me in a waiting room.
Is it under $4?
Yes. Murphy USA, which is Walmart, is $3.94. Kroger is $3.96. Flash Foods is $3.97. A local station is $3.99. And then other ones are over $4, a little bit over $4.
So check it sometime tomorrow and see if they've gone up at all. And if they haven't, that's going to make me go, because ours went up. And I just wonder how many other places are going to go up tomorrow or tonight. I mean, we drive by, we drive by 1, 2, 3, 4. We drive by 4 gas stations if I go one route. If I go another route, we drive by, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 on that route. And something I noticed tonight, which is really weird, all the gas stations on both routes are on the same side of the street, which is the right-hand side of the street. I don't know why I find that odd, but there are none on the left-hand side of the street.
You know, something really needs to be done about this. About the gas prices. I mean,
Kenny says if you have a flex fuel car, you can use E85, but you get about 25% less or 20% less miles per gallon. So, cost you a little less, but you don't get near the mileage out of it. So you're going to pay the same in the long run. It's kind of how I equate that.
Has anybody, everybody talking about grocery prices and gas prices? Well, has anybody's internet prices went up? Because
Mine went at $3,
Your internet price went up $3?
45 to 48.
Wow.
Yeah, mine went up $20 because my 6-month time frame ended. Went up to $79 a month. It's not bad. For 500 megabyte download, 100 megabytes upload.
No, it's not bad. Considering we're paying like 90 something just for internet, no TV or anything.
Yeah, that's ridiculously high. I pay $10
Of
less.
course, that's for phone too, since we're paying for phones since we're on DSL. We just don't have it plugged in because we never got anything but telemarketers. But the phone, just the phone part of it is only like $10, and it's good to have in case emergency or whatever.
Yeah, but the question is, if you were to take it off your plan, how much does your plan jump up? Because they sell it by saying you save by they sell it by a bundle saying you save money by buying it with the bundle. So if you were to cancel that, how much is your plan going to go up?
I ain't got no idea.
Makes two of us.
The AT&T don't do it. They don't force you to get a phone service. But the cable company, when we lived in town, it did. It wouldn't be any cheaper if we cut the phone off. All we ever got was spam calls.
See, now the way we got our internet, now the way they've got the internet set up, the last time we had a technician out here, or one of the last times they had a technician out here, the guy took the filter off the phone jack, so there's no way we could have a phone. And I'm afraid if we tried to, it'd mess up our speeds and all that.
Why did he take the phone jack off the line?
What?
Why did he take the filter off the line?
Because it messes. The filters can mess with the internet speeds.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Mine don't require filters.
I didn't know that. I guess that makes sense because I thought, well, it's kind of silly. You're paying for a service, but yet he's taking part of your service away.
Well, we don't use it anymore. I mean, we.
Oh, I get it. Whenever we had cable and internet all combined together, I would buy the bundle because you save a little bit of money on that. I get
They're
it.
moving away from filters. All companies are. Because they've got better phone lines now.
Oh, Looks like I can't read the name.
So Josh is staying on mute, but he turned his camera on just so we can watch him eat.
Yep, I see that. Gonna have to name this a food channel. So it looks like MIB Pro has got some Newegg. He follows Newegg, so maybe he builds computers or repairs computers, or is joining us via either Carrie or Doug. Yeah, either way, welcome in. Thank you for joining. Someone got the munchies. Yeah. Yeah.
It surprises me how much Josh eats, and he's still skinny as anything. He can't beat Darren. Bloody hell.
Oh gosh, no! Did you hear what that boy ate last night and this morning? Oh my goodness! I was like,
he ate enough for 4 people today.
Exactly. I was getting ready to say, well, how many people did you take to dinner last night? I was afraid he'd say,
I know you eat too.
I don't eat as like I used to. I could, at one point in time, I could have probably give Darren a run for his money, but now No.
I almost ate that whole 20-ounce steak when we went out to eat a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, you did.
I
But
wanted to save room for dessert.
yeah, but you really know those last 3 bites of steak, you could have eaten them and you still had plenty of room. You know that, right? What are you talking about, kid? Hey, I wasn't. I was gonna eat all of that. That was good. I can't afford to drive back down to Arkansas now with gas being so high. I think I figured out a while ago it's going to cost me about $75 to fill the car up now.
We went up to the doctor last week. We went to Longhorn. I was going to get a steak, but they were too much.
So I don't guess you plan on going to visit our cousins in Louisiana, because it'll be even further.
As soon as he gets back, we probably will, but hopefully it'll be later on in the year, and hopefully gas prices will be diminished, because if they haven't, no, we won't. And that's unfortunate. It really is unfortunate.
My mother says something about my niece coming here from California, and we help her out. I was just thinking maybe we should go ahead and buy tickets before the tickets go up.
Well, I've noticed recently a lot of people that have reservations on an airline get to the airport only to be told the reservations have been canceled. That actually happened to.
Prices go up.
I don't know why they're being canceled. One of my friends from school was going to go from Missouri to Arizona, got to the airport only to be told, "Oh, we're sorry, sir, we canceled that flight." Well, when can you get me on the next plane? Tomorrow. And surely to goodness they knew before they drove. I mean, the airlines knew before the people drive to the airport to tell them.
When the pandemic started, I had some cousins that were going on a cruise, and I don't know whether they ever got their money back or not, but it was canceled because of the pandemic.
Yeah. I don't know. I see Photo Mix Media has joined us.
They were supposed to get their money back, though. With it being a forced close down, it looked like the government would have told them they had to, but I don't know.
I don't either.
Yeah, they got their money back.
Maybe not as quick as they would like it, though. I mean,
Government could help the cruise line out,
yeah, they did.
and then they could refund the money.
My hair's gonna mess up tonight. I really was gonna redo the opening tonight. I kind of have an idea in mind that I want to do, but I didn't get home in time from waiting on her, and there's nothing she can do about it. Her replacement sat in the parking lot from 10 o'clock until 10:30. Just sitting in the parking lot. I don't understand why they would do that at all.
Supposed to be there at 10.
Supposed to be there at 10. They pulled in they pulled in about 10:02 actually, and then sat there and walked in the door at 10:30. And about 6-7 minutes later, here comes Lorna out. And I said, "Was your replacement wearing?" And she said, "Yes." I said, "Well, they've been sitting out there in the car, but nobody can do anything about it."
Have you, just a thought coming to my head, have you tested their Ethernet jacks where she works? Or are there any around where you can plug in close to where you normally sit?
I have not tested them. And
When I ask, it's because some businesses may have those ports turned off on their switches, or automatically turned off if they don't recognize the devices that are being connected. But you may give it a shot.
starting tomorrow night, I probably will spend the time I have remaining from dinner and picking her up in their computer lab. So I might be able to test it out there. I'll take the laptop with me just in case. I know they've got I believe 3 computers in there. So, if nothing else, I can just sit there and surf the net.
Are they crappy computer that are really decent?
I've seen them. Other than I've seen that there's computers in that lab. I don't know what they have. No clue what they are. And if I go use them, I'm not going to go searching around and see what kind of machines they are. I just want something I can either get on the internet and surf the internet, or get on the internet and watch YouTube, or do something. Because I can't afford driving back and forth now. I really can't. You know,
whenever we go stay at a hotel, whenever we go on vacation, I always like going to see them with their kind of computers they got.
They had one at the hotel we was at, but it was an HP. I think it's the Pentium processor on it.
Last time we went to Kentucky, I was in a couple of hotels. One hotel had Linux on their business center computer, and one had 3 computers in its business center. The Best Western that had Windows 7 Home Premium, and the copies of Windows 7 were unlicensed.
Well, this one had a
I find that to be
sign on it.
funny for some reason.
This one had a sign that said no email and no downloading.
I can understand the no downloading, but why would they say no email?
In case somebody opens an attachment.
So did anybody notice the thumbnail tonight?
I did.
Just wondered. So Robert, how'd it go with your afternoon? I hope good.
I went lovely. Took a whole hour to get to the doctor for 10 minutes.
Right.
Not even that long.
Was the news from the doctor good, or?
Oh no, it was just refills.
Oh, okay.
Nothing but refills.
Well, that's good. I thought maybe you had to go in and go through some tests, or even worse, get the results of some tests you had ran.
Well, yes, you want some fasting blood work, they call it. So.
Really, you heard that, but you didn't hear me fall on the floor last night? Seriously? I dropped a little thing on the floor that I could barely hear sitting here. She goes, "You okay in there?"
Poor Mrs. K.
That's what happens to me every time I drop these 10-pound foot plates on the floor. Like, Mom and Dad hear these foot plates hit the wood floor, and it's like, "You okay?" I'm like, I can't help but drop these foot plates because they weigh 15 pounds apiece.
Easily, they weigh 15 pounds apiece. Having had the pleasure of helping you take them off and put them back on, I will concur they do weigh at least 15 pounds apiece. Unlike someone that thinks his computer weighs 110 pounds. So,
His computer weighed not even 30 pounds. I think Jim said it was like 30 pounds with the box, the shipping box, which he does not have anymore.
I was trying to figure out where the noise was coming from. I thought maybe Natasha and Josh were talking on the phone.
Probably my TV.
Well, it sounded like Josh's voice. Do I?
Josh and Natasha are both muted, and Josh is on the phone with.
Yeah, I just muted her because I would have swore I heard Josh's voice, so I thought, well, they're talking.
Josh is unmuted.
Yeah, I shut your camera off because we didn't want to see you enjoy the popcorn you were eating.
Well, I'm telling you, you're always going up.
Next time, bring it in for all of us and sing it through the screen.
Yeah, there you go. I see Stealth Mode's joined us over in the chat room. Good evening to you, Stealth Mode.
Oh, that was a complete waste of time. They can't get the money off the card.
They can or you can't.
They can't. I gave them all the correct numbers, the pin on the back, the zip code for the club we sent you, all the necessary details, and for some reason they can't process the payment.
Does that mean tonight at midnight your phone will be cut off again?
No, because they always, I don't know. They said something about my next renewal date. But I got money here, so I'm just gonna, I got these debts here somewhere, so I'm just gonna take them to the bank when I get some time. And have them, one's at least 200, so I'll be better. $2 over and put $200 down on the account. That'll take care of that. It's been a long night.
I was trying to review something in my settings while we were live, but apparently I can't do that. That's interesting.
So I got something interesting happened to me the other day. Apparently that woman I couldn't try to do those tapes for the other day, she come and got them, and they're from an old, one of those big gigantic VHS camcorders, and they still got her and her husband have still got the camera. Well, apparently they was able to play them.
On the camera, yeah.
But I wasn't. But it's one of those full-size VHS camcorder. It takes a full-size VHS tape to record on that you put in the camera. And so I just wonder why they was able to play them, but I wasn't. And there were no adapters involved or anything.
Hey Rick, that's a good question.
Hello.
Did they have the cables that ran from their camera to their TV? Or how were they watching it? Were they put the tape back in the camera and watching it on the camera?
They they were, I understood it. She sent me a picture on Facebook Messenger and showed me it working on her TV. So I'm assuming they have the cables connected to the TV.
And there's no way that those cables, you can have her bring her camera and those cables and hook it to your computer?
Yeah, she could have. But her response to me was, I said something like that to her after she sent me that picture, and she said that her husband has ordered stuff and they're gonna take care of it. But I'm still totally confused as to why I wasn't able to play them in my VCR, but they were able to play them on the. And I'm pretty sure there's nothing wrong with my VCR.
That I don't know.
Great video today, I really enjoyed it.
You mean the one from today?
Yeah, I loved it.
Yeah, I'm sure I'm gonna get a lot of lovely comments out of that. I said a bunch of shit that I probably shouldn't have said.
Fire detected, warning, leave the building now. Fire detected, warning.
Yeah. Fire station or someone
Now, why did
something in their food and open the fucking door.
I get notification of this? Wait a minute.
So you got a volunteer fire station.
No, volunteer, they used to be. But the city got down on them because it was taking them so long to get the calls, and they said, we can't do this volunteer crap anymore. You have to have that police fire station manned by one person.
Right.
One day, nobody was there.
Oh,
2 minutes to get there.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So I just said, I looked at one fireman and I said,
You realize it took you 10 minutes to get here. Now, had this been an actual fire,
Yeah.
what do you think? You showing up 10 minutes late to our little party we have for you. The one fire I'm very sorry, sir, we'll try to do better, but no one's manning the station today. I had to drive 7 miles to get here. So next time, you better beat the clock. And he said, yes, sir, we'll be here in seconds. I said, yeah,
Be here in 7.
they're gonna have to have that station manned by one person. I said, you guys can't do that volunteer shit anymore. I mean, we had a serious issues here, and you were 10 minutes late.
I remember people used to have, volunteer firemen used to have fire phones in their house. They would leave from their house.
So I just tried to click on the bell to make sure I get notifications, and I got a message saying this is not available for videos made for kids. Have you accidentally checked making for kids, Rick?
Everybody else saw it, why aren't you seeing it?
Oh, I see it. I didn't get a notification.
I should say everybody else watched it.
Yeah, I didn't get yeah, I never got a notification. I'm trying to figure out why.
I don't get notifications from you either. I have to guess as to when you're on YouTube.
Well,
I get nothing. I click on that little thing where nobody can, nothing about Ken Stout shows up. It's not even there now. I just said, I wonder if Ken is on YouTube, and sure enough, Barb. No, that stopped coming to me many months ago. I don't get notification from Ken.
I'm gonna try
some.
some.
Or anybody that does a YouTube. Now, from Jay's 2 cents and everybody else, the second they're on, it comes up.
Huh.
I don't get it.
I'm gonna try something real quick here.
I don't have it set for kids. I'm pretty sure I don't. Several people watched it. What's his name commented on it.
Okay, I'm good now. I just unsubscribed and resubscribed, and it went right through. So the next.
Yeah.
I put all my videos not for kids because when I put it safe for kids, it turns comments off.
That's backwards.
Yeah, that's true. It does. You're right.
It should be the other way around. That's why I did it with mine when I first set it up. Is like, well, if I keep it off, the kids, it's the opposite.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's stupid.
Well, I got it queued up, ready to watch later tonight.
They're not supposed to be on anyway under 13, so.
Yeah, but how many kids? How many kids do you know that are 8, 9, 10 years old that make a fake account and say they're 18?
I know a couple of kids here in my town that do until their parents catch them. Which don't take long. They had a bunch of very smart, intelligent parents, and we have other parents that let their kids do whatever, and the parents wind up in jail and sometimes go to prison.
Yeah.
We got a lot of good parents, but we also have a lot of bad ones. And I heard a cop tell a mother the other day, we'd like parents to act like parents, but most of you in this town don't. That lady looked at her and said, well, I'll fix it. Yeah, well, she got a citation because her son did something at the Holiday gas station and the police got called. She went to stop him, so she got nailed with it.
So, our video from a couple of weeks ago of you coming to see me again, and went up from, unless I'm missing something, went up from like 57 views on my channel to 72 views miraculously overnight, or at least appears to.
I don't even have any idea what it is. Let me figure if I can do
On your channel it's 68. On mine it's 70, 72.
I even put my email on Rick's channel, so you're gonna have a subscriber that we should be up to 18 now.
Rick is up to 18, yes.
Well, I'm in no hurry for that to go up, so it can go as slow as it wants. You know, everybody else is in the opposite. They want to get to 1,000 subscribers tomorrow. I don't care if it takes 20 years for me to get up there.
I don't think in 20 years I'd still be at 1,000 subscribers, honestly.
Me either. It takes you got to post every day.
You know, I can't do it.
It's what they say.
And there's a couple of channels that I know of, at least. One I know of that does it now, and one I know of that used to do it.
What, post every day?
Post every day, or at least schedule videos to go up every day.
Well, other than me, you know someone else that posts every day?
Yes.
Post or put video out there, the difference.
Sure. Or go live even.
Yeah.
Upload videos or schedule videos to upload the videos and schedule them to be public every day, because this particular couple I'm referring to, they put like 3 or 4 or 5 videos up at what appears to be all at once, or pretty much all at once. So they upload them and schedule them to.
Those 1,000 viewers, every single one of them isn't gonna watch one video.
I should be at 1,000 within 5 years.
I worked my 10-hour day today, and then I come home, and I just got home a little while ago. I was on 11th helping a guy with his laptop and printer and trying to get things solved out there. And I said, I got to get downstairs. I got to see someone is on live stream yet. And that and his girlfriend was being a pain in the ass.
Alex, don't worry about finding it out. I got it.
Okay, I was hoping you would say that.
Well, we got a town in Minnesota called Deer River, and oh my God, did they get hit hard with that tornado? Good grief. We had, in our neck of the woods, we had 3.6 acres of woods wiped out with a tornado. Actually, they think it's more like 4 acres. Completely wiped out with a tornado. I mean, there's thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of trees that laid over. We went by it today, like, oh my God. I couldn't believe what I was saying. That's what a tornado does to trees. He just laid them all over. Roots sticking off. I'm like, oh my God.
I didn't want to do the whole together because I didn't know how long I would think you were on the phone with T-Mobile. You never know when you're on the phone with them.
Yeah. Back when we used to go camping with my grandma a lot, or when they used to go camping, you know, in their camper. And I remember, you know, we would get in the lake to go swimming. We got in the lake to go swimming one time, and there was a tree and a bush in the water, and I was afraid of it.
So I was planning on going last night when I got home, but there was no one at the house. And access didn't want to relieve me because of my account. Apparently I have a 1-800 account, and they can't release you unless there's someone here to retrieve you. So, my
What kind of account?
a 1-800 account, which means someone has to be here to release you. You have to have someone home. You can't do that for one by yourself.
The rooms, no, you can't. There has to be one staff person there.
Yeah.
It's
So,
the same way in Minnesota. It's illegal for them to run that way.
so, Bob Thunderstorm called the house, no one answered. Had to get me back on the van, pull down the lift, get me back on the van, drive up the road, go up this other person off, come back down. The other person was supposed to be here about 4 to 9. Finally managed to get in the house, and then got all settled in, and it's just like all out.
Even though you have a key, I'm assuming they won't leave you if they will need.
Well, he can't, even if he had a key, Alex, he can't go into the house unless there's a staff person there.
Right.
I didn't have the key because I couldn't find it. So I got in, put my notes in, talked to Alex for a little bit. my wife called, and by that time it was already past 10 o'clock, and I was like, yeah, I don't really want to go live at 10 o'clock at night, so.
That was
Got
one
that,
time. One time I was going to a church to help out with something. Not my church, but a church around close to where I went to college at, for their spring break activities or something. And I showed up there about 15 or 20 minutes before anybody got there. And the transportation people would not leave me, which I found kind of odd because they would always, they'd never done that before. Well, that's because the reason why they'd never done that before is because they always dropped me off at either at my grandma's house or at college.
I can be left off at my aunt's house, and sometimes be left off at church and they'll leave me all the time, but for whatever reason they didn't want to do that tonight, so.
Do they always call to verify someone's there?
No. No, they don't.
Let me ask you this, Josh. Do the drivers call you? Because my transportation company, it is against policy for the drivers to call the riders, but some of the van drivers do have their phone numbers and they do call.
No, they don't call me. The only time I know they're on their way is when I get a winter call. And then today when I was on my way to church, the van was time, so I didn't get to church until like almost 5:30, 6 o'clock. So it took me forever in a day to get home.
Well, my transportation company, they have this stupid rule that or at least I think it's stupid, that the drivers are not supposed to call me directly. I'm supposed to call the office, and the drivers are supposed to talk to the office.
That's for your protection, though, Alex.
Yeah, it's the same way with public transportation here in Brandon. The drivers can't call you, but the bus company can. They're downstairs waiting for you. I didn't know that. I'll be there in a minute. But the driver can't
It's
call you.
strange. Every driver has a tablet in their car, hooked up to their car, and with their schedule on it. And every time they go pick up somebody, it puts that person's phone number on the screen. So every driver has everybody's phone number that they're picking up. I just find it a little strange that they put their phone numbers on there.
Yeah.
And
The same here is just by law, Minnesota state law says they have to have their phone number and their address, and other things they just can't pick up nobody. They have to have all the information, your name, address, phone number, person to contact unless they have problems. I mean, they're very strict here in Brandon. They won't pick you up unless things are just set in place. They'll drive right by you. When they've done that before, they went right past me like, you wouldn't pay, well, things weren't correct, so they couldn't pick me up. So I quit using that public transportation. They said if they're going to be that fussy, they'll screw them.
You have Uber, Rick?
No, we have dial-away. And they're the short little city buses, the small ones.
Right.
Yeah, ours are called dial-away. Because you call them they call them the day before to get a ride for the next day. That's why we call dial-away.
you can't do that with ours. Ours has to be 48 hours in advance. So when I would call my transportation, if I knew I needed a ride every Tuesday and Thursday or every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I just call and schedule all my rides at once.
That's what you're supposed to do, but I didn't use them enough for it to be beneficial to me. And that, they like to hit every pothole in the road, and my back can't take that, so I said, you know what, I'm not gonna do it, and I haven't ridden Ballarat in 7 years. They like to hit the potholes, and I looked at it and said, can you avoid the potholes, sir, you're hurting my back. Oh, I'm sorry,
Well, some of them, even though they tie me down all the way on all four like they're supposed to do, some of them drivers, even with all the tie downs on, they still manage to move the wheelchair around.
Well, the weekend that Tim went to go see Alex, that Sunday that I was supposed to go to church, they left me off in front of the church, and they know that there's a little alleyway They said somebody to drop me off there. But the thing about the alleyway says there's a sign up there that says do not enter. And every time I get a new access driver to take me to the church, I have to tell the access driver, just because there's a do not enter sign, doesn't mean that says do not enter. You can drive in that alleyway to drop me off. So what the access driver do? He lets me off in the front of the church, and I have to walk all the way around to the back of the building to where they let handicap people in. And that was a far walk.
Oh, it couldn't have been more than a football field long.
Thought there for a minute you were going to go into a Star Wars quote.
What bothers me is some of them drivers. Even though I've got a fully paved driveway, some of them drivers won't pull into my driveway. They'll pull inside the road if it's the first time they're picking me up. And the problem with that is when they do that, it kind of puts it at an angle, or it kind of makes it kind of hard to maneuver. I try to make it a point to let them know to actually pull in the driveway.
As small as your city is, I would think you wouldn't have that many different drivers doing that.
I used to didn't, but ever since those three drivers that worked Sheridan all the time, almost exclusively, either quit working or passed away, there's been a different driver every time.
When that time I go to church, I'll tell you where I had to walk through. It was far.
Uh-oh.
Well,
Is the stream still going?
I believe so.
Yes.
Well, if I'd have been there, you know what? So I could probably, you could probably hopped on and I could probably carried you.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was odd.
Our weather here tomorrow is supposed to be a little bit better than today, less wind and a little warmer. For a while today, I thought we were going to get round 3 of what we got on Memorial Day, but it didn't turn out to be anything. But it was fixing to work up to it, because the wind was starting to pick up, and the trees, the big oak trees are starting to bend further than they should. I think, okay, we're going to go through what we went through on Monday. Nope, but the fire alarm went off again today. Yes, Monday is because someone burnt food, and today someone went to the pole station in Bolton. Which that person's going to get evicted for doing that.
We're showing a 70% chance of rain tomorrow. Not that we need it.
Yeah, I think we could shut the water faucet off in our area. We've been getting a lot of rain, but they know that June, July, and August, we won't get one drop, so we're glad we're getting rain now, because it'll keep us going for the summer. And June and July are hot, and we don't get any rain. Maybe a few drops at night, but like last summer, we had brown grass last summer. If this rain keeps up, we'll have nice green grass all summer, but it never does work out that way.
I heard Arizona's gonna have a rainy monsoon season. I'm not sure when that is though.
In the fall, I believe. I think it's in the fall. I believe I remember my friend that used to live out there telling me that they used to have the monsoon in the fall.
posted on Facebook on the Community Matters post that someone asked, does anyone have a pet duck around D Street? There's a duck walking on D Street. Says, someone have a pet duck? It's on D Street. Then someone said, you gotta love a social duck.
Somebody lost
We're
her.
doing that down on the 10th of June. And
I actually want to get a peacock.
I believe the 17th of June.
You're gonna be there for a full week?
No. I get down on the 10th, and I leave that Sunday, and then I go down on the 17th.
Oh, okay. Well, isn't your work closer to your aunt's than it is the group home?
Yeah, a lot closer.
Wouldn't it make more sense just to stay at your aunt's instead of going back to the group home?
Yeah, but I live here, so.
Well, I understand that, but I'm just saying if you're paying transportation with maybe the way your cost will go up, if it's closer, it's going to cost less money, right?
Yeah.
Something to think about.
So my aunt has to have surgery done on the 24th of June. So that was something to do with the moving.
Oh, I thought you meant she had to have it on that day, like December. Okay.
No, it's something to do with, she takes it too much in and she ends up moving a lot.
That happens to me every time I eat, I get the hiccups. Every damn time I eat, go all of a sudden, take a breath of air. God damn it. Oh, I hate the hiccups, but I hold my breath for like a minute and a half, they go away. I almost pass out while doing that, but they go away. But yeah, my doctor doesn't know what the hell is going on. She's looking into it. There's some air is going in where it shouldn't, and it's affecting your lungs. So when you're eating, your air is going where it shouldn't, and you're burping it back out, and you're hiccuping. And she said that shouldn't be happening. She said anytime I eat a big lunch or a big dinner, about 5 minutes later, my first big breath in, it's like, yeah. She has no idea what's causing it yet, but she's just working on it.
Something grew too much and it had to be cut down or something. I don't know if she said something about it had to be cut down or something else. But you gotta go through that on the 24th of June. You're gonna be in the hospital for at least 2 days.
Well, your insurance wouldn't let me stay in the hospital for 10 days. They say, you get out of there, you have your surgery, and the next day you're out.
Yeah, in some cases you're out that day.
Yeah.
Yep.
And some people, they get kicked out of the hospital. It's like, why? Insurance is telling you to let you go. Why? Well, because they don't want to pay for 3 days. Okay, fine, I'll call my wife. That guy was pissed. He ended up going back in 2 days later. Then the insurance said, yeah, keep him his money, we made a mistake.
I mean, joking to this, my daughter, but when she's in her 30s, and we went to the hospital to have her, have her, and she was born at 11:45 New Year's Day that night, and my wife was, quote, kicked out at 7 in the morning.
Wow.
8 hours.
Yep, because the insurance is telling them to. They don't
Yep,
want to pay for any longer.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. That's cutting it.
That's a little too close, yeah.
I mean, she had nothing wrong with delivery. It was, but they didn't even give her breakfast. It was like, and I was figured they usually keep the baby at more than 8 hours.
Yeah.
So I saw a thing earlier today, I'm trying to find it, about WhatsApp. People are being scammed through WhatsApp. Has anybody heard about that?
I saw something on it about Facebook. I didn't read anything about it, but yeah, and there are several channels on my YouTube that they're starting to talk about it. I just haven't heard anything, but I'm now starting to see that people on YouTube are talking about it.
Well, if you get a message and someone says click this link, you shouldn't really click that link.
No.
I can't find it as usual. I can't find it.
what did you call it? WhatsApp?
It's called WhatsApp. WHATSAPP.
Yeah, I pulled it up.
It's just another messaging service from what I can tell. But now I can't find it.
Yeah, I don't need it.
Just go on Google. I mean, it's the first thing that shows up.
Does it say anything about the fact that there's a scam going on or people are being scammed?
You know, I wonder if that got taken down because now I'm not seeing it.
It doesn't really say it's.
That wouldn't surprise me.
Well, YouTube is funny about that. When people start going after other platforms like that, YouTube will wipe it clean. As it was here, I'm not seeing it.
I wonder who owns WhatsApp. I wonder. Let's see if I can figure that out real quick.
It doesn't really say, but good
Well,
luck.
I think Elon Musk wanted it for a while, didn't he?
I don't think. Well, maybe. I'm sure he wants the world, so
Yeah.
let's go that way. WhatsApp from Facebook is a free messaging and video calling app used by over 2 billion people in more than 180 countries.
Yeah, and two dudes, Jan Cohen and Brian Acton, is who supposedly invented it or founded it, but it doesn't really say who owns it.
I don't know if you're on Google. I mean, if you're on Google, half the page down.
No, I'm actually on their site right now.
Yeah, if you go to Google, it says who, what, where.
And yes, the name WhatsApp is a pun on the phrase "What's up." Funny.
Not you, but stupid name.
No, that's what they're saying here.
Oh no, I believe you. That's okay. If it's not you. Okay, if you say so, sure, why not?
Exactly.
Who remembers ICQ?
Who? ICQ.
I'm just wondering if Elon's going to get what's
Twitter.
yeah. Thanks.
So it says it's an end-to-end encryption used when you message another person using WhatsApp Messenger. Ensures that only you and the person you're communicating with can read and listen to what's being sent. Nobody in between, not even WhatsApp. So what are they doing? Somehow getting a hold of your phone numbers and sending you a message that says, "Hey, click this link," and people are falling for it? I need to find that article. That's what I need to do. But I think Rick's probably onto something here. They do tend to get rid of a lot of stuff that has a lot of negativity in it.
Agreed.
Yeah, Susan W. up to her tricks again.
I don't use Facebook, so I don't care.
Now,
I mean,
there's a lot of people on the YouTube front that want Susan W. to disappear. He's restricting YouTube so bad that people can't do it. Eli, the computer guy, she's been wanting to ban him for the last 2 years. She just hasn't done it. She keeps threatening it though. I was on his live stream earlier today on my phone. He was talking about he got another warning from Facebook that he's going to get wiped off of YouTube, or YouTube warned him, but he said they keep telling me that, but they never get rid of me.
Yeah,
Violating their policy, but they never get rid of them. He just thinks it's funny. They keep threatening it, but they don't do it. Yeah, Eli, watch it. One of these days they will. He said, yeah, Rick, that's what I'm afraid of. One of these days you're not going to see me, but the Susan W. keeps threatening to get rid of him. And she will probably one of these days. We just won't be seeing Eli anymore.
Will he start another channel, or will he just...
I'm sure that's what he would do, but
I've listened a couple times. And I don't think he's that controversial.
no, I don't either.
I mean,
I've watched him for the last 10 years. I don't think he's all that bad. Oh my God, talk to Susan W. She'll say, bad man. He's not that bad.
Tony
There it
Wallows,
is.
hashtag Ken, me lost. Stealth Mode said, me back. I said, me Ken. Kind of a play on the me Tarzan, you Jane thing. He said he was working on a gaming issue. Just a feeble attempt at humor. Oh, now they're ganging up on me. Now Stealth Mode and Tony are agreeing with one another. Oh, my goodness. It's a conspiracy.
Carrie, have a thing tonight?
No. I didn't think he would, a couple days after my mom, I don't think he'll take a couple days off. Might see him Friday, which is 2 days from now.
The 3rd, June 3rd, I believe. I don't know. I wasn't on much today. I was trying to get some things done. I did spend a little time with Darren and Robert and Alex right when I got back from dropping her off. And I was almost talked into doing a unboxing of the fish that I bought, but I decided I wasn't going to do that. I bought 8 new fish today. Put them in the tank. And I came so close. And then I had some things to do in the back part of the house, so kind of silly for me to sit here on Zoom and be 2 rooms away. Nobody could hear me or see me, so I gave it up to them. I did a little bit of work, and I sat down on the bed to do something, and the next thing I know, my alarm's going off at 7:30, and I'm like, oops.
That's why I don't ever lay down on my bed if I ever come home.
No, I didn't lay down. I sat down. In my defense, I sat down. If I lay down, it's over.
Yeah, that's why I usually don't. I know I'll fall asleep.
Yeah.
But during the night, I lay down and I'm staring at the ceiling for 6 hours. Explain that one.
I
Lay
did.
down in your bed at 2 o'clock in the morning, afternoon, you instantly fall asleep.
And-
You're not doing that at midnight. You just sit there and stare at the ceiling.
And
I don't do it.
one of the things I got done. Oh, geez. And I've since lost. Well, this is great. Okay, hold on. Don't nobody panic, including me. Here you go, Rick. Oh, Rick's gone.
What is that?
What was that?
I said, here you go. I got your fans packed. I'll wrap it tomorrow and get it in the mail.
Alright, thank you.
Yep. Had a brief moment of, what did I do about that? BH, tell us about the fish just for the halibut.
Yeah, I love it.
That's an oldie. Oldie but goodie.
But you have any, blank DVD?
Do I have any blank DVDs?
Yeah.
I'd have to look in my closet. Blank?
My wife was wanting to, take the wedding video and run it through DVD. Although I don't see the point now.
I don't either. Putting on a flash drive would be a little bit more feasible, I think, but that's just me.
You think DVDs will be phased out one day like Beta and VHS?
Well, they said that with records, but records came back.
With
Yeah,
a
the way they used to be.
with
And I said it because I
fury, they came back.
The only reason I don't see the point in doing it is because when you take all our videos and upload them to YouTube anyway.
True, but if you lose your password or forget your password, or heaven forbid, you might get banned from YouTube.
That's why I told you guys to make up that backup with Odyssey. Because if YouTube does shut you down, you just say, oh, that's fine, I'll just switch over to Odyssey.
Halibut's actually really good stealth mode. I can't stomach sardines, but I like halibut. Halibut's a very good tasting fish. It's one of the 2 that I will actually eat. The other one being mahi.
That's good.
Oh, mahi is real good. It's a little pricey.
I was gonna say, it sounds expensive.
You know, it's real pricey. Now that gas has gone up, I don't know how they're going to afford to service mahi because they won't be able to get to the ocean to catch the fish.
Records come back. They're one of the oldest forms of media. Really. If you count the old Victrolas and all that.
Our Best Buy and our Walmart and our store downtown has records in it now.
Yep. And Walmart's got the most stupidest return policy I've ever heard of. You can literally buy it on the first of the month, like June 1st, and if you don't like it, you can take it back August 1st, and no questions asked, we'll give you your money back.
How would they do it? What's the problem?
Why wait 3 months? I mean, that's pretty liberal as far as. I get.
I'd leave it at their front step and say, "Sorry guys, it's yours."
Yeah, if you get your money back.
I don't
Once
know.
they take it, hey,
Well, I'm sure they'll take it, but whether they refund your money or not, it's a different story.
I don't do much shopping at Walmart, but I've actually heard they do.
I don't do any.
Well, they did away with their layaway program, and they did away with something else I thought was very odd.
Well, now layaways, most stores would get rid of layaways because, and I can tell you why from stuff that I've done before. You can't charge quote any fees on them that's coming from the government because you're not a bank. So if you do layaway and take 4 months to pay, I mean, the store is losing 4 months of interest on that. So.
Okay, so do they lose interest when it sits on the shelf for 4 months?
You probably can sell it. Because remember, if you haven't bought it for 4 months, I don't know it's still there. I'm a customer.
Yeah.
I go look and I say, no, there's no blue jeans. Doggone it. But yet they appear sitting behind the counter for 4 months.
Right, that's on layaway, sure.
And you might not come back.
That's why they have people to go in and take out stuff that don't sell.
No, well, with layaway, that's where they put it behind the counter and you come in and you pay a little every month and get it in, either 3 or 4 months, 2 months.
Yeah, whatever you set it up to be. I've personally never used layaway. I just never understood the. I mean, I get it, I guess, if you can't afford to buy it outright and you can pay $10-15 a month for however long and it's yours.
Well, a lot of stores used to charge an extra $1 a month, let's say. And the poor people, not saying anybody, but complained.
Of course they would.
And I understand both ways because, I mean, you can complain about your credit card, you're paying interest, but if you pay your credit card up before the interest is due, you're not paying any interest.
That's true. That's very true.
I mean, I haven't paid interest on a credit card for 20 years. And I carry cash, but I usually use credit card.
I think I got about $10 in cash in my pocket,
I
in my
try not
wallet.
to carry cash on me because every time I do, people smell it. Say, yes,
People smell it.
No.
I like that one, I'm gonna write that down.
Well, I have tested that theory every damn time. Put a $5 pocket in my pocket, go down the second floor or somewhere. Like, you got $2 I can borrow? Like, how'd you even know I had cash on me? Oh, I just figured. No, you can't have $2. Asshole. Sorry.
Greg, if you get a chance, check the chat and Zoom, please. Solar boats. There you go. Solar boats.
I know nothing about it. There's some billionaire that's got a 300-foot boat, and it's all battery.
Both Rick and I jumped. What in the heck was
I
that?
don't know where was that?
Dog.
Dog?
Mm-hmm. He got a,
You got a toy?
no, he's got me in here.
Are you his chew toy?
Don't have anything.
Okay, let me
Sure.
find out what's going on. Check in Zoom then. Maybe I'm.
Zoom chat, yes.
Oh, Zoom chat. I'm confused. Sorry, Doug. I don't want to infringe on your slogan there, but I am confused. Oh, there you go. He says I'm confused. I'll go with I am confused. Put the lime in the coconut. Yep, there you go.
I hate that song.
Yeah, once again, it's like that song. And what's the one that Tony Basil done? Mickey, I think it was.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, I hate that song. Once it gets in your head, ugh.
You're so fine, you're so fine, you're so fine. Hey, Mickey.
Yeah, that would be the one. And she just won a copyright suit on that song. I was reading that the other day. I bet she doesn't get much back pay though.
I doubt it. No, there's another guy I gotta get a hold of. Adrian's Digital Basement. See if he does any more live streams. I gotta get a hold of him. As the title might say, his first name is Adrian.
Have you heard anything from Scott Fitchner?
No.
I haven't either. Maybe he's taking the summer off.
Well, I hope that's what it is, and it's nothing any more worse than that.
Yeah. Well, I know he's got one son that's in college, and I think another that was maybe getting ready to go to college. So he might be busy. Ken with the one guy. Yeah, I'm still working on it. I gotta do some.
He's a baseball coach by his job, isn't he?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know what he does.
I think that's what he said. He was saying he was a coach of something. I can't remember. It was baseball. But
Well, that makes good sense. Then spring and summer, he won't have the time to do anything.
yeah.
So, stealth mode about the tank. We are looking into whether the floor will support it, and if not, how we're gonna make the floor strong enough to hold it. And then the two wives have got together and do their little yakking on it and figure out what they want to do. Which, whatever, you know. I know where it's going. It's going to go right behind me. That tank's going to go in the other room. And I won't blur my camera because that tank will be the only thing in the background. And since it's a salt tank and it's got all those nice little expensive pretty salt fish in there, it'll look pretty good. The floor is the big issue with me right now. I just want to make sure that it's going to support that much weight. I sure don't want to get it in here and set it up and all of a sudden the tank drops 2.5 feet below the floor, you know. Yeah, it's made for short people. I lowered the tank intentionally. That way, if I have any midgets come over, they get to see the tank and they're not straining their neck by looking up at it. It's right there at eye level.
Yeah, there you go.
Perfect. Probably catch hell on saying that. Some little short person will be watching me and I can't believe you were making fun of us. So I don't know if you guys caught it or not. The other day when I was golfing, Bonnie actually was on watching me golf, which that was kind of cool. And then tonight there was a guy by the name of MIB Pro. I don't know if that means Men in Black Pro or Michigan B Pro or I don't know. But it was good to see someone new. Concrete. Cut the floor out. Oh gosh, no. No. If it gets to be that elaborate that I've got to cut my floor and reinforce by putting a concrete pad underneath my floor to put my floor back to put a fish tank, no. Not that important. I'll spend more doing that than what the doggone tank's gonna cost me. Read the last part.
We're going to check with the secret.
I don't know. That's a good question, Gary, because I honestly don't know.
I mean, I can tell you who an architect would, bend over.
Yeah, I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing at someone calling me a senior citizen again. Wait a minute. Did he say disabled senior citizen?
I think it's funny too, but architects run about $500 an hour, so.
How much?
500?
Yep.
Holy shit.
I'm in the wrong business.
DuckDuckGo is apparently gone.
DuckDuckGo, the browser?
Apparently, because it's on security now, uploaded DuckDuck gone.
DuckDuck gone.
Well, he's saying DuckDuckGo is gone. He
Really?
was talking about that in his other show last week that DuckDuckGo, I can't remember if he said the browser or the search bar is in serious trouble. It sounds like they might be gone.
Well, I think he said that a while back that he doesn't take any advertising. Well, you gotta get money somehow.
Mm-hmm.
I'm surprised Google makes money.
Well, I did that all wrong. I could have put one comment in three. I put 3 comments that I could have done in one. Sorry about that. It's 125 gallon salt with live rock, live coral. Keep hitting that silly enter button for some reason.
Where's,
I think I figured out water weight. Do what, Gary?
I'm sorry, where's Jeff at? Did you hear?
He said he might be able to join the after stream Zoom. He had some running around to do. He sent me a message about just as Lorna was walking out the door, and I felt bad because I didn't reply to him until I got home at 10:54 to let him know that was fine. So he's doing the grandfatherly thing tonight with his grandkids.
Yeah, they're at the age.
Oh yeah. It's the water weight at 125 alone's just the main tank's 1,000 pounds. Then the sump, I believe, is a 40 gallon tank, so that's another 3. See, I forgot about the sump last night. That's another 320. So now we're up to 1320. Then you add the rocks, they're anywhere from 100 to 120, I think my brother said. You're looking at 1,500 pounds real quick. Real quick. But no, I'm not cutting. I might get someone to go under there and crawl into the crawl space and block it up with either concrete or wood or something. But as far as cutting a hole, no. Yeah. No, I don't want to have 125 gallons flooding my studio out. That would not be good.
What you just said is 1,500 pounds, basically.
I think to be safe, I would want to guesstimate it between 1,500 and 2,000 pounds. I'd rather be on the high end and be safe than go, oh, no, this floor will hold it. It's only whatever. Put it in, fill it up, and all of a sudden you hear, boom! And the tank's 2.5 feet lower than it used to be.
Well, I mean, if you think for a minute, a double bed, king-size bed, 2 enormously fat people, 700 pounds each, 800 pounds each, that's, still not there.
Well, I myself am enormously fat at 254, so I can relate to that.
No, I'm being seriously.
No, I know you are. So B.H. Ringer says, DuckDuckGo is up and running, but Twitter is down. And he put a link in the chat room.
Uh-oh. They took it down because we lost.
Right. Exactly.
Elon Musk doesn't even want it. He walked away from it. Last I heard is Elon finally came to his senses and walked away from Twitter. Because they were wanting him to do something he did not want to do it. He said, fine, I'm leaving. You can have your flipping Twitter, I'm leaving. I can't remember what they said they wanted him to do, but he said he wasn't going to have a part of it, and he said, no, I'm not doing it.
Well, the last thing, if you get on the board of directors in a company, any company, Twitter, you cannot disclose certain things. And they want to put him on the board of directors, so basically they're shutting him up. Because, you're on board of directors, cool. Oh, you can't say anything about our different things.
Right.
How we post things. You can't tell them the reason you don't post Rick is because Rick's crazy.
Wasn't his big hang up, though, is he wanted accurate information on how many bots there are versus how many actual real physical accounts there are? Wasn't that his big hang up?
Well, actually, I understand it to be, he wanted to know why you weren't allowed to post what you posted. In other words, let's say you did something that I'm not saying you did, and I'm not saying I did, but you don't have to wear masks with the pandemic. They might stop you from saying that. He wants to know why they stopped you from saying that.
Well, if you were on Facebook, they put a big thing up saying false information.
Well, I'm not saying good or bad, but I've heard MIT, John Hopkins doctors, PhD people don't agree with other people.
Oh, sure.
Is that false? I mean, that doesn't mean they're wrong or right. Is that false information?
So I passed this along earlier tonight. I'll pass it along to you guys. Life isn't about the moments that take our breath away. That's asthma. You're thinking about asthma. Laughing because throat punchers are frowned upon. I thought it was funny then, and I think it's funny now.
I agree with you. I have one political about all the different things. This is not saying I agree with politics, but they actually took a president, sitting president, and said, "Oh, you can't post on Twitter."
Yeah.
But they said, "Hey, Ken, you can."
Yeah, I could say far worse things, and it's allowed. And there was another one I wanted to share with you.
But I understand 100%. I'm not saying I agree or disagree. I just can't believe you do that. I'm one of those that remember when you and I saying we were kids. If you were to think about Nixon running for president, you had to write about, I think it was Muskie or somebody that was running. I don't remember who it was. You got to write opposing view back then. Because they didn't have internet.
Yeah, no, that's true.
So, you'd see Detroit News and they'd write this article, and then tomorrow you get this article.
Here's another good one. HR. Why should we hire you? Me. Nah. You tell me why this position is vacant. Why are people leaving your company?
No comment on it, down to it.
Get out. I can see the response to that. Hey, Dr. Rob's in the house. Good to see you, Dr. Rob. Well, I don't actually see you, but good to see you.
We only see two people, I think. Oh, three. Right.
Well, we got 9 in Zoom, and I don't know how many people are watching the stream.
Well, it's not going to give you an accurate count.
Oh, gosh, no. No.
Look at icons on my blinking desktop. It's unbelievable.
Do what, Josh?
I got so many blinking icons on my desktop. It's unbelievable.
7?
I got so many icons.
Oh, I thought you said you had 7. I'd say, I'll take 7 icons and be very happy.
Well, that's your freaking problem, Josh.
Oh, here we go.
I have 3 icons on my desktop, but most of my icons are in my taskbar. I have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14 in my taskbar.
I transplanted pretty much all my icons from my taskbar to my Stream Deck, and I had no icons on my, I have all my icons hidden on my desktop.
Hey, Alex, when you get back in the same state, talk to us, because you sound like you're a million miles away.
Yeah, you sound like you're in an echo chamber.
I'm sitting right here next to the tablet.
Really? Because you got issues going on with your, you're on your tablet?
I am.
Oh, that could be it, yeah.
I'm getting ready for bed.
Well, we didn't need to know that, but thanks for sharing.
I gotta get up. Gotta try my hardest to get up over at work, and I almost got an appointment, a doctor's appointment in town at like 10:30.
You driving?
I'm probably staying at home while she goes to the.
That's a joke, Alex. I know you're not driving.
Are you offering to come down here and drive her, or?
Only if we get her to take that Corvette, and if she'll split the gas cost. Now the gas is $4.90 a gallon.
I don't think anybody will be driving that Corvette at this price.
I did today.
Well, I know a guy that just parked his truck because he's not paying the gas price for it. He'll park it till next winter. When the prices get down to a little over 3, he'll pull it back down at $4.59. He said that's bullshit. He parked it, gave the keys to his wife, said put the keys where I can't find them. I'm not driving that damn thing until the prices drop. It is expensive. I do have to admit, it is expensive to drive that thing, even at $2.98 per gallon. He said he was.
I know no more than you do, but I have a feeling they'll never be that price again.
I don't think so either.
Well, you don't think they're going to drop down?
I
Well,
don't know.
hanging it now. I mean, it's economics. You go buy a Coke, a la Coke for $2, I make $1 tomorrow.
Yeah, that's true. Yes, Dr. Rob, I watched them and they did help. I'm still working on some things. Thank you very much. I do appreciate it. And I do plan on getting with you on it. I've been not busy, but I've been busy, if that makes sense. And then I sit down on the bed and fall asleep and wake up at 7:30. Oh, that's nothing. Lorna, she could probably fall asleep standing up, but I go in there and she'll be on the couch and she'll be all sound asleep. I generally have to be laying down to go to sleep. But I don't know, today I felt kind of funny, so I went in and made myself a couple sandwiches. My blood sugar was okay, so that wasn't it. I'm having hellacious leg cramps from playing golf in the 90-degree weather yesterday, which was not the smartest thing to do. And it has to be the heat, because I've played golf 3 other times this year and my legs haven't bothered me. So what made it different? What was the thing different yesterday than the other 3 times? And that would be the temperature. So at least that's what I'm kind of theorizing in my head. Oh, you helped. No doubt, Dr. Rob, you helped quite a bit. I appreciate it. I always appreciate the help I get. Same thing with Photo Mix Media the other night when he walked me through photoshopping what the thumbnail is.
You went shopping for photos?
I did. Yeah. We were like, we want to put something new on the wall.
Yeah, I gotta do that myself one of these days. I'll find some more pictures to put on my living room wall, because everybody that comes in here and says, "Do you put anything on your walls?"
Paint.
No, not here. We go in the bedroom and oh my God, you put things on your walls. So, yeah, just not in the living room. I need to change that.
Well, you want everybody to see what you put on the wall.
They don't like the white walls. And I said, "You don't live here, do you?" I said, "Well, of course I do. Your walls are naked." Okay, that's fine. To please the public, I'll put pictures on my wall in the living room.
Tell them they're not naked. They got paint on them. They're good.
Dude, she didn't like it. She said, "You need pictures on your walls, dude." Okay, Miss B, you go buy them for me at $200 some a crack, and I'll buy one. But not until then. The pictures I want are not cheap.
We've actually
What
bought
I'm actually
pictures.
looking at is over $800. It's as well as long and as wide as my wall, so my mom said, "No, you're not buying it." Okay.
Yeah, we bought pictures before, not for the pictures, but for the frames that are around the pictures.
I like that.
Yeah.
And what do you put in the frame, or just hang the frame up on the wall?
Well, I put my picture in the frame and then I hang it on the wall. Yeah, of course. But I'm saying I bought more than one picture. That I bought the picture because I wanted the frame, and the picture got trashed pretty quick. Be my luck, I probably threw away some ancient painting that's worth a couple $1 million. Hobo going through dumpster finds painting. Damn it, I just threw that away yesterday. I don't know. I don't know how much of that I really believe, that out of the blue someone comes up and goes, "I bought this at Goodwill yesterday and found out today it's worth $1 million. BH Ringer, thanks for the warning. Like that. Forgot to ask BH Ringer how he's feeling. Building a high-end DaVinci Resolve Photoshop PC live. Oh boy, I can't put that over on Twidget, but let me. Is this live right now? Is this a computer? Wait a minute. Who's doing this? Don't tell me this is Mr. Holzman. Oh, PC World.
Yeah.
Scheduled for tomorrow. Building a high-end DaVinci Resolve Photoshop PC, and they're going to do it live. i9, 12th generation, a SK Hynix Platinum P41 solid state drive. Doesn't say how big it is. Looks like some kind of weird case that I'm not even going to try to pronounce that name. Graphics card from EVGA. If this is actually the parts they're going to be using, that is. Great, something else I'll be following now. Thanks, BH.
Yeah, it usually is. Well, it depends on who's doing it. Either it's Gordon or it's that guy that controls the vertical and the horizontal.
Rod
I
Steiger?
remember his name.
Rod Steiger.
Certainly.
Sterling. Steiger, Sterling. Starts with an S. Got a T behind it.
Yeah,
You know who I'm talking about.
hours.
And BH Ringer has joined us on Zoom. Good to not see you, BH Ringer. I mean, you're here, but we're still looking at your dog. Yes, good point, Stealth Mode. Very good point. I'll tell you what I would really like to do, and I know that this probably will never happen. I would like to build a tank in the wall. But if the wall is separating two rooms where you can see the tank from each room, and I could do that because I could plumb it underneath in the crawl space, but I just think that'd be so cool. Put a tank in a wall to where you can see it from this room and you can see it from this room, and you see no wires, no plumbing, no electrical, no nothing. I guess you just kind of have to.
I don't think your wife is gonna let you do that. Though.
Actually, she would actually let me do that before she would probably let me do that, because we've talked about that many, many times, how cool that would be. The problem has been we've never had a house yet that we could do that in. And now that we're here, I do have one place I might be able to put it, but I've got to look in the logistics of what that's going to cost, support it, plumb it, wire it, and everything else. But it would be so cool. You got to be able to access the tank. You got to be able to feed the fish. You got to be able to clean the tank. You got to be able to add fish every now and then. But it would look tight. It really would. I've seen a couple like those from people that kind of have more money than I do, and they went ridiculously stupid as far as their gallons go. That's the other thing. You're not going to put a 10-gallon tank in a wall and it look decent. You're probably going to want a minimum of maybe 150. I'm thinking. It's got to be, go big, go home, I think is the saying. Yeah, see it from two rooms, exactly. I wanted to put one in there as a room divider, but she was like, no, can't do that. And I understood why. Plumbing's the issue, lighting's the issue. So I got that. But now that I got this crazy idea going, should I run it by Mrs. K right now? What do you think? Let's take a vote. All those in favor?
I don't think you want to piss her off at work, so I'd wait till she gets home.
Well, she's home. Hang on.
No.
I think that would be a good time. She's probably asleep. I always ask my wife's asleep.
Oh boy. I feel sorry for Deer River. They really got nailed with that tornado. In Brainerd, we barely got any damage, but I guess south and west of us just got pounded on. Like I said, it was like 4 or 5 acres of woods just flattened.
So Stealth Mode says, let's refine the presentation. We don't want to do that. Why would we? Here, come here. If we refine the presentation, that would almost make it seem like we know what we're doing. No.
What?
Sit right here a minute.
Why do I have to sit there?
Because you're hobbling. I feel sorry
I'm not
for you.
hobbling. My ankle is hurting.
Okay, so look over here. Oh man, you're killing my knee. So
What?
someone in the chat suggested we put a fish tank in the wall so you could see it between two rooms.
I don't understand.
Like we've talked about, where you can see it from this room and you can see it from the kitchen.
What do you do that?
Knock the wall down. You put the tank in. You put
Oh,
the
oh,
filtration.
that you mean? Okay, so if you put it right here and then in the kitchen too, what do you want to do? Break the wall in there? There's two walls that you have to do that.
One wall because
No.
it's shared between two rooms.
No, it's one in here and then the other
No,
one.
no, it's the same wall.
No.
Think of that wall in there.
So you open this up so you can see too.
Well, sure.
And then it's two walls. Hello.
That's one wall.
No, your wall and then the kitchen wall.
Then
No.
that's not a log bearing wall, was it?
Because we have an alley. We have an alley that goes this way, and this is the
Thanks, Rick.
computer,
You had to bring that
and that's
up.
the kitchen.
Yeah, I didn't.
What?
Nothing.
Oh, you don't.
That's not where I want. That was just an example.
Oh, sure. Okay, so we're not, what are you driving at?
I'm
You're
not
dri-
driving at
to
anything.
California.
I'm not driving to California.
I like to drive in California.
Would you like to take over hosting duties for a minute? What is it with you and Yana playing with my mustache?
Yeah, never think
I know. Get out of here. Well, that went a little better than I thought it would.
Hey, Ian, what did I do last night?
Don't bother me.
I don't know what you do.
I give up, exactly. I give up, Alex. What did you do last night?
Well, when you left, you gave Robert host instead of me.
Was that last night or today?
That was last night. And so I left thinking, well, I guess when I leave, I'm not going to come back in. Look at the extra. Only two.
Oh, wait a minute. Was this like the stream I ended when I left rather abruptly last night?
Yeah, when you said you had
Okay,
to go.
yeah, that's probably was part of it.
Guess what time that Zoom ended?
4:30 this afternoon.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, that's why I went to bed, because I knew you guys would be on the damn thing all night.
Hey, no echo this time. No echo. That's awesome. There he is. Hey, no echo today.
Were y'all actually talking all night, or were you just muted, Robert?
Back and forth, up and down. Ow. Sleep, wake back up.
Yeah, I think I joined you guys, about 1:30, then I took her to work and joined back in about 2:30 when I got back. And he can't join us today because it's 5:45 in the morning. He's got to work the one day this week he's got to work. I'd have taken the day off somehow. I'd have figured out how to get out of work in one day. I mean, even if it's like, I don't feel very good today. Off 3, work 1, and off 5, I think I figured out it is.
You got 11 people in here.
Yeah, we've had 15 at one time. 16 is the all-time record we're shooting for. That actually went smoother than I thought, and when I show her the wall that I've got in mind, I think she'll agree with it, but then we're going to have to discuss the size of the tank, the support, and everything else. And no, I don't think it's a load-bearing wall. I'll have to double-check
That'd be
it.
easier. That'd be easier if it wasn't. That's what I meant about cutting the floor out. Something if you wanted to put it between two rooms,
Right.
say like this wall right here, I could cut the whole thing out, set the tank in there, make sure it was supported properly, and then you can see it from both sides of the room, and then you make sure you have top access. You know,
Right,
and you
that's-
wanna make sure that if the worst case scenario ever happened, and it just shattered, all the water's gonna go down and drain on something. So you want like a bowl around it, like a moat, I guess you would call it.
Right,
So
yeah,
you
I follow
the
that.
tank exploded if it just dropped down in there, and yeah, the fish are gonna probably be in bad shape, but at least the water won't flood your house. You'd be, oh my gosh, you know, the little fish, yeah.
No, that'd be Lorna worried about the fish. I'd be more worried about the water. But yeah, if you got it like that, it's not probably going to hold all the water, but it's going to hold some of
Yeah,
it.
we could fill it like that, and then have like the tank right there. So in worst case, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, my mom has got the perfect wall for this. She's got a living room, and then they enclosed the garage years back in the 90s. They enclosed the garage, so there's a wall between what used to be the garage, now the den, and the living room. And a tank would look so cool in there because you could see it from both the living room and the den. But I could never talk her into it. And I understand why. her house sits on a slab too. So it would have been hard to figure out where to plumb it and the lighting and all the electrical stuff.
Yes, when it comes to concrete, yeah, you'd be chiseling out slab.
Yeah, no.
If you want to do it right. Yeah, in my case, we'd be chiseling slab.
Yeah.
For sure.
No.
Yeah, no.
I think I'm going to use this as leverage to get that big tank, though. Honestly, I think I'll say, well, okay, this will cost too much. Although the 112 gallon, my brother's tank, that's only going to cost this much, and we can put it right there. There's a method to my madness. May not be crystal clear sometimes. We will see.
I love your plan. I mean, if you go with it, and I understand what you're saying about, between the thing, We've thought about building out this garage and adding the addition. We were kind of working on it until all the crap happened and material prices went, whoop.
Oh, yeah.
And they're like, what, my house is worth what now? Oh, what? Yeah. I can't even get the materials. Like, holy smokes.
Yeah, we drove by an apartment complex that's being built yesterday. And my mom says, have you ever seen so much lumber in your life? And I'm like, I haven't, but I said, can you imagine the cost of that nowadays?
That's a good point, because I've seen tremendous amounts of lumber that we can't get going toward these big timber frame apartment complexes.
Mm-hmm.
Each one bedroom unit, I don't know if it's a 1 or 2 1, $1,400 a month. And you don't own nothing. You're just paying that much. I said, no one can afford that.
Yeah.
Well, hell, and they're going to get mad when they're paying that for a while. Seeing what we have and be like, how much? What?
Yeah.
But hey, I paid my shit off. Hold up. Don't come after me, bro. I'm getting worried about shit like that. Maybe these landowners out here are just like they're coming for us.
What's your gas prices down in Florida?
In my neighborhood right now was $4.59 today.
We were $4.59 at 2 o'clock this afternoon. At 7:30, when I took dinner down to her, it had jumped to $4.90 a gallon at the same gas station. Yes,
Holy shit.
31 cents. Now the rest of the stations going down that way were $4.89. Why they were a penny lower, I don't know, but
Our holiday changes their prices at least 3 times a day.
Yeah, they do.
I'm still looking at that horse and buggy.
In fact, when I went to Holiday the other night, they were changing the prices.
Hmm.
And I said, when do you guys change your prices? Well, we do that 3 times a day. Morning, noon, and at night. Like, no wonder you have drivers confused.
You know, it's odd. You bring up a
At
good
Red Lake,
point.
Yes, sir. Yes, at Red Lakes, yes, sir. They do that here too, depending on what holiday season or whatever. I'll suddenly see them changing it.
Yep.
I'm like, what the hell was that?
I could see them doing that last Friday for the holiday weekend, but today, surely to goodness they didn't show a little bit of compassion.
No, I don't give a damn.
No, I don't think they did either, honestly. And then the other thing is another guy I went to school with. What am I looking for here? Oh, 148. Another guy I went to school with went to the airport only to be told when he got to the counter that they canceled his flight. I don't understand how they can do that. Which is fine with me. I don't fly. If I have to go anywhere, I drive. If it's going to take me a day or two, that's fine. I do not like to fly anymore.
Oh, being at 30,000 feet and seeing the second layer of clouds, that's fun.
Oh, I love it.
I've been above the second layer of clouds at 31,000 feet.
Yeah, have you ever flown through a thunderstorm?
Yes.
It's fun, isn't it?
I have to.
Our plane was just doing this.
Yeah, what? Yeah, yes.
Just swinging back and forth, and I'm swinging. Oh my God, we're gonna die. Well, we made it. The pilot even said we came close. The pilot even said we came close to not making it, folks. So be glad we landed.
Wow. Anybody ever flown into San Francisco?
I flew into LAX. I've been in LAX.
Yeah, that doesn't sit on the water though. San Francisco sits right on the water. When you're coming into San Francisco, you're seeing nothing but ocean, nothing but ocean, nothing but ocean, and all of a sudden you're on the runway.
Isn't that where the plane crashed? The China airline?
Years ago it was, yeah. Yeah.
Wow, that's right.
I know the very first time I flew into San Francisco, the fog was so dense. It's like, we'll be landing in a minute if the fog permits. And then an hour later, well, we're still waiting for the fog to lift. And then finally, when the plane touched down, everybody on the plane clapped because it was like fog. And when it hit the ground, there was no fog. So,
Yeah, they have to time that just right, because fog comes in layers, it's real dense, and
Yeah,
it's clear.
yeah.
You gotta land when it's clear. And then
yeah,
it's
you
all
do.
coming in.
Yeah, you do. Yeah.
Every how they do that.
Yeah, every lakes we have that too. We get sea fog in the morning and stuff. Yeah, for planes taking off. We live by the water, so all the fog comes in, and you can't. And we gotta drive the kids to school. We're driving through that shizzle. I know. Good. My hilly region. Oh.
Sounds fun. Well, there's no Jeff tonight, but I'm going to go ahead and start the button for ending the stream if I can find it.
Oh, cool.
My IT guy, he and I aren't seeing eye to eye right now. I need to get with him and have this thing cleaned up.
Cool.
Figured somebody'd say something.
Yeah.
I was waiting for Alex to say something, actually, but
Sorry.
You haven't said anything.
I'll close it. Yeah, I closed it.
Well, we have two things. We use truckers, and we own the truck, and the basic drivers employee. That's horrible. Then we have independent contractors, and that's just bad because of the cost of fuel.
Yes, sir, Gary. Absolutely. I'm actually having good trucker friends of mine that live down here. We live in the country, so everybody has tractors and stuff like that here. And they're like, dude, shit's getting crazy. And they're like warning me, and I see them stocking up. That kind of got me a little nervous. I'm like, because diesel you can store for a while. It's like,
We have some stuff that goes from Detroit to Mexico, and the price has gone up 100 times. They fill it every time they fill it, it goes $100 higher. And like I just said to Ken, no, the price is not going back on. The price is $100 higher. So we prove we'll show up and pay it. You know.
oh, yes, sir. Yeah, yes, sir. My little truck holds about 23 gallons of gas. It's over 100 just to fill up my little big one. Yeah.
You'll pay gas again tomorrow. So you prove you'll pay it, just how much.
so for the 18th time, I'm going to run the outro, and I'm going to give some shout outs while I'm doing that to Tony Wallow, BH Ringer, Stealth Mode, MIB Pro, and I don't remember the numbers behind his name. Kenny Witten something. Kenny Witten was here for a brief moment. Jeff checked in the beginning. Greg was here, and then he fell asleep. We've woke him up since.
We're all cool.
Nobody snored yet tonight, so we must be halfway interesting tonight.
Ah, yes, that's true. Oh man, I was watching racing last weekend with my brother RJ. We were like almost into the race. We're like RJ, and then we heard. Oh, bro.
I will see everybody on YouTube tomorrow night.